Michigan's roads, embarrassing and downright dangerous. Let's look at the facts. Michigan's roads are among the worst in the nation. It's ironic that the state that put the nation on wheels now has some of the worst driving conditions in the country. The average registered driver in Michigan spends around $357 annually on automobile repairs alone, which is one of the highest in the nation. Currently, Michigan has the lowest investment in roads per capita in the country. The longer we wait, the more it will cost us in the end. Every dollar spent now saves between $4 and $10 in the future. Although some believe that our government is secretly sitting on a pot of money, the state of Michigan simply does not have the funds to fix the roads. We've all experienced the bumpy ride, haven't we? You're driving along, minding your own business, listening to some tunes, and bam, a pothole jumps out of nowhere and scares the living daylights out of you. Here's some footage of me on my way home the other day. I don't even have to go looking for potholes. Basically, any route I take home is bound to have some. We've all been through this, and we all hate it. And no matter what side of the aisle we sit on, we can all agree that the roads need to be fixed now. But what can we do? Let's talk about Proposal 1. What does this proposal actually do? Well, first, it would exempt fuel purchases from the state sales tax. It would impose a higher fuel tax and freeze vehicle registration fees by eliminating the depreciation discount. The revenue generated from these would be used exclusively for roads and mass transit, generating around $1.2 billion per year. Proposal 1 also raises the state sales tax from 6 to 7%. Revenue from this increase would go to schools, cities, townships, villages, and the general fund. Proposal 1 also restores the Earned Income Tax Credit that would help lower-income families shoulder the burden of the sales tax increase. Just how bad are Michigan's roads? About a third of Michigan's state and locally owned urban roads are in poor condition. So let's have a little Q&A to help better understand this proposal. You might wonder, doesn't the state already have funds to fix the roads? The answer is no. There's no other way to say it. The money isn't there. We simply can't fix our roads without raising more revenue. So how did we reach Proposal 1? Why not just increase the fuel tax? Well, the Senate's plan actually would have done that, but the House wouldn't pass it. So rather than a large increase to only the fuel tax, they compromised for a plan that would exempt fuel purchases from the sales tax, and it would actually spread out the increase, slightly raising both the fuel and sales tax. Wouldn't a 7% sales tax be one of the highest in the country? Yes, it would. It would be second only to California, and those who oppose Proposal 1 would be quick to point that out. But what they won't tell you is that Michigan would actually share second place with 5 other states that are currently at 7%. And what's more, Michigan does not have a local sales tax rate. So in terms of the combined state and local sales tax rate, 7% would actually rank 21st in the country. So let's get real. This is not a perfect bill. There's no such thing as a perfect bill. And we're all mad at legislators for not doing their job and passing the responsibility down to voters. That's understandable, and we can all agree on that. But voting no isn't going to stick it to the legislators. In the end, by voting no, you're only hurting yourself, because it's you that has to get back in your car and drive on the same crappy roads. But the simple fact remains that there is no money to pay for roads currently, and there's no plan B, at least not one that would pass the Senate, the House, and get signed by the governor. So this is it. Do we actually want to fix our roads? Or do we want to remain an embarrassment to the rest of the country? You might think a penny now is asking too much, but remember this, the longer we wait, the more expensive it is going to be. You can't argue that. If this proposal fails, we might be in a situation down the road where we look back and think, wow, that penny looks pretty good right about now. I'll leave you with an analogy from a Free Press article. The squabbling over funding infrastructure repair in our state is like the couple fighting over how to finance a new roof while water pours in on their heads and ruins everything in the house. It's just stupid.